All right, guys. I'm gonna try to get some rest next. I remember this art teacher. This is a real story. This is during like the '80s, 1985. I forgot his name, but it was on the 700 Club. It was an art teacher. He went to, I think it was France or Italy. He had like a heart attack or something. He went to the hospital. I had a near-death experience myself about almost 3 years ago. He had a near-death experience. He said that and I believe him. He said that he saw his wife like in the emergency room, like in the hospital, with looking at his body. He saw his body and his wife in the hospital room, in the doctor's like the in the hospital, and then he felt like he went to hell because he had these like people grab him like in a really violent way. He just felt like he was in hell because he felt like it was demons like attacking him. Like he was scared. He didn't really go into detail. I never read his book, but maybe it can specify exactly what happened. But he said he claimed like demons were like biting him and grabbing him, and they only left him alone when he said a prayer. Like he remembered a prayer they learned as a kid. When he said a prayer, they couldn't tolerate hearing the prayer. So then he saw Jesus, and then it's like it ended. Like I had an experience like that myself. I have a video telling you what happened. I'll just tell you really quickly. So I know I was dying when I couldn't feel my body no more. I'm literally like I know I'm about to die, and that's when I was like, and that's when you ain't gonna believe me, but I was looking like at myself as I'm on the stretcher, and I was so happy. I was like, oh, thank you, it's finally over. Like for 2 minutes, I was just really happy, and that's a sign of an NDE when you have this euphoria that doesn't go away. It's like I didn't see my life flashing before my eyes. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that's what happened. But more like I was happy for about 2 minutes. I was just like, it's finally over. I don't gotta worry about bills, racism. That's exactly what I said. I don't gotta worry about none of that stuff. It doesn't matter no more. And then it got really scary. I was I was freaking out because I wasn't ready to die. But the question of this video is, do non-Christians go to hell? Now, based on the first story I told you, I'm referring to non-religious. I'm talking about the religious non-Christians, like your Buddhists, um, people that follow Hinduism, Islam. I would. I'm not really sure about Islam because some of the things are a little too much for me. I'm a little critical of Islam myself, just being honest. But Hinduism, Buddhism, they don't have a Bible. They don't have a Bible, but they have doctrines that they follow. I don't feel like this. I don't know. I'm not the right person to say they're going to hell. Now, if you don't believe in God or Jesus Christ, that won't save you. I believe in God and Jesus Christ because saying I don't believe in Jesus is like saying I don't believe in God. I believe in the Trinity. But I don't think they would last if they went to hell because they're of goodness. And I think that other religions, I'm tolerant of some religions, not everything. I don't, obviously, Satanism is wrong. That's evil. Um, and I'm talking about the book of like the Satanic Bible by the Anton, that guy. He wrote like a Bible. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Anton something. He yeah, the mostly Buddhism and Hinduism, I don't feel like they would last long if they went to hell because their doctrines are about peace. and love and goodness. And I don't think Satan would tolerate hearing something like that for too long. It's like that episode of SpongeBob where he and yo, my food. That's a great analogy. That episode of SpongeBob where Mr. Krabs traded SpongeBob for 62 cents. The born again crab episode. That's a great analogy because it was like it was telling him just how my experience told me to change my ways. Or you're going to go to Davy Jones' locker. SpongeBob didn't last long there because he was irritating the Flying Dutchman. And I feel that episode was a little bit of allegory to good and evil. SpongeBob's character was of good. Mr. Krabs' character wasn't. And he didn't last really long in that in Davy Jones' locker because he could, like I said, he couldn't tolerate it. I don't think they would last long there. I don't think they would last long there because they're, at least to my knowledge, and just, like I said, I don't know a lot of Indian people or a lot of Asian people, but they don't come off violent. They don't come off angry. So I don't think they would last long in hell. That's why I feel like they could be saved, but at the same time, they don't believe in Jesus. And in some cases, God. Sometimes they worship multiple gods. So I don't really know to say, but I don't think they would last long in hell if they went to hell. Because why would Satan wouldn't tolerate them being there too long? And I know SpongeBob is a bad analogy, but that's like the first thing that came to mind. But like I said, well, I'm still trying to change. Spirit is still within me. And yeah.